Hello guys, and welcome to episode 15 of my Tiraspol campaign in Steel Division 2, playing on the Axis side. Previously we actually managed to take Tiraspol itself. I managed to get the 1st Battalion of the 572nd onto the flag at Tiraspol, and we pretty much did everything we could do in the end of the turn. Most of my units are moved. I just got to pretty much double check, and then we'll be moving straight on the next turn and seeing where the AI attack me. So I think it pretty much looks all well and good to me. So let's just move straight on. And would you look at that? Didn't take long, we're already under attack. So the 68th Rifle Corps, which is consistent of Strafniki and plenty of AT guns, and then we got the 93rd Rifle Division HQ, which is Cherno's, Razvedka, Avto's, Sapere. They're going to be pushing on us, maybe with some artillery support, probably not any aircraft because of the AA net we've got set up. I don't think this is going to have to be reinforced too much. We could throw some Fusiliers in there to back this up. I could potentially bring in the 257th Tank Destroyer Battalion as well, but I don't want to leave the 3rd Battalion of the 466th out on a limb. So I think what we'll do, we'll bring in the Fusiliers, and I'll bring in the 15th Infantry Division HQ in Phase B. That way we can still leave stuff on the front line here to help the dug-in units. As tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. So they are bringing in a Phase B unit as well, which is fine. This means we need to watch out for a little bit more of a concentrated attack in Phase B, because I'm probably not going to be able to push the spawn in this one, so we'll likely get to Phase B. But just got to make sure that I have my defenses set up. So I will be back with you guys in just a second. My defenses are all set up. So it's pretty simple stuff really. Just AT guns facing up the roads, since we don't expect to be up against anything too crazy. There won't be that many close range support weapons like OBs and stuff to kill the bunkers out of range. So we should be okay, unless like the 122s decide to engage us from 2,000 meters, in which case like this Pack 50 might die and so on. But I'm not too concerned about the bunkers, more concerned about the lives of my men. Which is a change. But gonna just have them dotted around in heavy cover and in trenches. They do have some leaders around with a commandant in the middle here, giving this Pack 75 2-star vet, because that's covering this bridge, which is quite important. So yeah, that's about it. Let's just launch the battle. I have a mortar back here that I'm just going to put on a control group. That's just to pin advancing groups of enemies. I do have some gun pits dotted around, but I haven't deployed any IGs at the start, just because I didn't want to have them like RT'd straight away. The main reason that I don't tend to use gun pits is because when an artillery shell hits the gun pit, it does the full amount of damage to anything inside it, so it can actually make some units much weaker. Like, generally IGs would be better in heavy cover than in a gun pit, because they can retreat through the heavy cover if they start to come under fire, whereas a gun pit out in the open, if they start to retreat from it, they'll lose the heavy cover bonus and then they'll take more damage. But so far so good, just killing off some M3A1 Razvedkas and some other groups with the AT guns, which is as planned. I'm probably going to want to move up some infantry into this town, I think, just to make sure we hold on to this flag. I'm also tempted to move up here as well with these units. I might actually do that now. I have this MG in the church here. We've got to be a little bit careful not to break the chain of command. I might not be able to move up too far. Might have to bring in maybe another leader. I do have a lot of like Fusilier Führers, so we can bring in those. Bring in one to close the gap. I do have an MG on the left there that can help with the Strafniki pushing up. This MG42 bunker is also pointing in that direction slightly, but the main reason that I've got this MG42 bunker here is to cover this advance next to the Pack 37 if the Grenadiers get pinned down or forced to fall back or whatever. We've already got some big artillery coming in. Looks like that's aiming for the 75mm. Let's see if we can counter battery that. Or if it's coming from this 122. It's coming from that one. I'm going to have to probably... Let's bring in my own LEFHs and we can use these to counter battery as well. I'm just going to put all of the shells onto that. And I'm going to bring in some supply for this. I was hoping to put like an IG-33 up here eventually that could fire onto this road. But at the moment it doesn't seem like we need it. 2-star vet from this 75 mil should be able to absolutely annihilate things coming across the bridge. And so far so good. I don't have any more 120s in the 106, so we'll have to bring out the 120 mil mortars in the Fusilier unit. We'll bring those up now. We can use those to start popping some of these 122s that will be firing at us. Right, speed things up a little bit. We'll start counter battery. I could put them on a counter battery command, honestly, if I wanted to. We'll put them on a separate group anyway. Let me make sure that Opal Blitz is actually giving us supply. Turn off its cover, position, order. See if we can kill that with some modifier. It'll be really ineffective unless we get some direct hits. Oh, that one already died to counter battery. How come they get direct hits and I don't? That's not fair. That's not fair. Rude. I put so many rounds into that 122 there and it's still alive. Classic. Might be worth getting a Fusilier filler for the 7042 just so it does a bit more damage there. Okay, so we've managed to connect this one back up again. Right, just some solid direct hits, please, onto those artillery pieces. It's almost tempting to just run a load of motorcycles from the Fusilier unit up there. Nice, we actually managed to kill that. That's good. Use these over here as well. There's a lot of these guns though hanging about. Need to capture back this objective. We've killed one Thrafniki, and we just got to kill the other. Let me see about getting some grenadiers that can be brought up specifically to push onto this town. I gotta watch for the counter battery because they are gonna come in hot for these 120 Mil Mortars again. I might just put this in the trench actually. I do have some extra trenches dotted around. This one's connecting the two tree lines here just so that I can run stuff across if I need to. Generally not the case, but you never know. Same deal here, just put like a trench that runs from one side of the cover to the other. And your men can in fact actually run down the trench from one side to the other, which is really cool. So it's not used too often, but you never know. Never know. Just got to keep an eye out for artillery. It might be worth just actually moving these whilst we're waiting for them to fire. Wow, the MG42 actually got pinned down by the amount of Strafniki there were. MG42 from the church, those get involved. Good. We can get some corrected shot onto these Straf, so we might as well. And I'm going to bring up the IGs now. Get them into their gun pits. That shell coming from. Should have marked it with an attack marker. There it is. Okay, that should allow the MG42 bunker to recover. And then that can start helping pin those down again. Three-star Grens versus Sapere. Get my grenadiers on other grenadiers to help out if they can. Gotta find the range there. I guess one issue we might have is they might run out of ammo. So let's bring up the upper blitz here. We can keep these firing. Grenadiers really don't have that much MG ammo. They're gonna stay on top of that. We gotta keep this counter battery going. Yeah, this 122, if it stopped and just direct fired us, that would be bad. Because that would actually do a lot more damage than them trying to actually use them as artillery. I should probably unload these early, actually. Because I don't trust moving up this hill with all the ZIS-2s hanging about. Get some more supply in here. These guys are taking a bit of damage. Sure. See if we can get some veterancy onto this MG42. Okay. That might end up just getting pinned down anyway. Bring up a couple MG42s up here. I do have a lot of MG42s in the Fusilier battalion that we can use. Bring some up over here. Well, there's actually an OB there. Oh, good. I'm going to want to arty that actually. Well, since we are in Phase B, there's definitely like a lot more infantry heading our way. We have to be a little bit cautious here. Hopefully this IG-33 can just bang that OB with one shot. Yep. Lovely. And this is how you drain an Opel Blitz of all its supply. Let's bring up a couple MGs here, that will definitely help out a lot more. This IG's not even in cover yet. Not good. Must have got hit by a sniper or something. I'm just going to pull that back because I don't want it to die. We can put an MG in this instead, honestly. I can bring another one up here. These two can move to the right hand side to help with the Dushka and the Straf. I would put one in there actually. Oh, we lost the Grenadier unit. Got advanced on. Okay, we killed that 122 pretty fast there. And that is victory. There we go. 16 minutes 34 seconds. That actually ended much sooner than I thought it would. But yeah, only 4 losses in the end. Just one of the 120 mortars and a grenadier squad. That was a very successful defense. And it looks like we'll probably have disorganized all of the attackers. Including, hopefully, the airborne unit. Yep. Alright, now this unit is under attack. The 1st Battalion of the 579th Infantry Regiment by the 913th Rifle Regiment and the 1116th Rifle Regiment. I'm definitely going to have to bring in the 13th Armoured Recon Battalion to back us up in Phase A, because I don't want to dislodge the 2nd Battalion of the 579th. That would make them lose their defences, which would not be ideal. Although, it wouldn't matter if those both attack this unit, but yeah, well, we won't risk it. I can bring in some Pioneers in Phase B just to give us some extra points, but that should be fine. We can use some of these SBWs to good effect at close range, just to back up our defences. Cool. Should be relatively simple. No air coming in from them. They will have some decent artillery. I guess the main concern is if we maybe run out of infantry. I'm hoping that the Pioneers can shore us up in Phase B. So this is good. We're going to be able to probably destroy some of these disorganized units quite easily in the next turn, because they are definitely getting thin on the front line. But it's going to take me a little while to get some defenses down, so I'll be back with you guys in just a second. And my defenses are all set up. So let's have a quick look through. On the left hand side here, pretty standard stuff. Just got my triple grens in the trenches like so. Some with the leaders behind, especially on the left hand side where it's going to be a bit closer. I do have these 231s. I've got one up the road here, like looking up the road. A couple grens either side with a Pack 37 and a 223 commander sitting in there as well. I got Grenadier behind these 2 bunkers here. Could probably add some more infantry here, honestly, but it's okay for now. Aufkläderführer with the Pioneer and the Aufkläder, and there's a Pack 37 that's pointing up this road with an MG42 that's going to help cover this area with the IG33 that's in a gun pit. I was going to see if the artillery do focus them early on or not. I've also put an IG up here in a gun pit, but that one's relatively close to the heavy cover, so it should be okay. I've got a 231 that's put in a position where it can only slightly see up the road, just in case anything gets unloaded here, then I can shoot at it without being exposed to AT guns at range. Because putting any of these 231s too far forwards is definitely going to get them popped by AT guns and also potentially the OBs when they come in. I've got a 232 here that's going to help these Grenadiers cover this road. Also got some guns here with an Aufkläderführer, which is actually in an SDKZ 251-7, which has a Panzerbuchse on it. So I'm going to move the Panzerbuchse to the right to help the Pack 50 control the road with these Grenadiers MG42 there, and I've got an Aufkläder further back in a bunker just to help with recon. But that is about it. So we'll just get that unloaded. We'll get my Panzerbuchse to move over to the right hand side. Yeah, it's cool to have some armoured cars to play with. This one here, helping cover these Grenadiers. I'm sure they'll be happy to have some armoured support for once. I hope this Pack 75 actually hits the mark. Oh, please kill that. That's the OB. Yes, nice. Okay, good. Good kill. Getting rid of the OB is like such a good thing because it outranges the MG42 and the Pak 75 can't shoot at it. So what ends up happening is it sits in the sweet spot where it can just hit you with HE constantly, and I don't have any mortars set up at the start of the game this time around. I'm going to bring in my 122. This is probably the first thing I'm going to do. My 120, sorry. They do have the 122s back there themselves. That's a lot of artillery coming in. I'm going to move this MG away because that's going to get absolutely hammered. Might be worth moving some of this stuff back as well. Yeah, we need to get that running. He needs to run away. That's a lot of artillery. If my IG starts getting focused, I'm just going to take it out of the gun pit, like, straight away. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just the bunkers here that are going to get focused down. There's quite a lot of stuff coming in right now. If I get a couple mortars maybe further up on the left-hand side, we can shoot the 122s on the left, at least. I don't get many artillery pieces with the Armoured Recon Battalion. We really don't get any with the Pioneers either. Goodbye Pak 50. Could be worth me bringing in like another AT gun. Maybe another Pak 40. Just to sit back and pop at these transports. But that is why I double bunkered this road, to be honest. So that if one of the bunkers does go down, then it's not too much of an issue. Oh, let's hit that, for sure. Gotta get rid of that OB. We'll get a Pak 40 up here. I might bring in another IG as well. Not sure where I'd put it though. Getting some good kills in here. I might have to double mortar that. Can we get some shots on target, please? Just need to pin it for now. That'd be ideal. Ah, the bunker died. That's really sad. That's actually quite a big loss for us. Because the MGs are just so useful. Might just bring in some of these actually. 251 9s. That'd be pretty good for helping cover against infantry at range. Let's get some supply in for these mortars because we've almost run them dry already. Ah, that MG42, of course it gets caught. It's annoying. I see how effective these are at taking out the 122 here. IG firing away from its gun pit. Boom. There's another OB. I should probably focus that first. I'm going to get this to unload. We're going to attack, move it through the back garden here. Nice thing about Pak 40 is it can fire at infantry, but I'm going to need to keep it reloaded, so I might want to move up an Opal Blitz further forwards, but if it gets hit by artillery, that's going to be kind of sad. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that just yet. This mortar is going to be useful regardless, because I'm going to be able to just smash those units on the road there. There's just so much stuff on that road. Ooh, the 120 just got one shot. Oh dear. Right, okay, we'll move this up to resupply the upper, or the back 40 for now then. That's unfortunate, to say the least. No time even to react. Another MG goes down as well. This SBW-231 only has like 750 meter range with its 20 mil, so we're gonna wait until stuff gets closer. But we'll let these get involved. Let's move this up further to the right here. This one can come out to the left. I think most of their AT guns only have 1,250 meter range, so my 251-9 should be okay. And actually, with the Opa Blitz nearby providing HE ammo, I will be able to keep them topped off, which would be good. I think I'm going to bring in another IG here. They are getting a little close for comfort. Alright, we should probably move these. Every time. Every time. It's like one shot. That's ridiculous. Like, oh, being counter batteried. Gotta move. No, never mind. No chance. I mean, at least this IG can fire all the way over here. I set up the gun pit here so that if I need to fall back, it falls back into one of the gardens nearby. The snipers have got my bunkers pinned. Not ideal. I would like to RT them, but I don't think I can. We could bring up a couple of mortars on this side. I'm going to bring up another supply for this 81 mil on the left there. You can see this one on the right has already used up a lot of ammunition. I'm going to move my upper blitz to go refill that. F-22 is direct firing my bunkers here, I think. Oh, direct hit. Nice. Good for it to happen to us. Oh, and here goes the IG. Alright, that's going to be dead sometime soon, so we'll have to fall that back. Get it out of there. Nice to have some armored cars at least that can fire away and do some good damage to infantry. Could be an idea to grab a few of these 231s that can sit near these bunkers and demolish the infantry as it gets close. Yeah, we'll keep this falling back. Is that... what's that arting? Arting the IG that just unloaded? Like it might be. Either that or it's targeting my commandant. Not sure. Hard to tell. Let's get some mortars on that, on those snipers. We'll move them afterwards. We can also bring in Aufklärer in 222s. These 222s also have Like the 20 mil, that can do a lot of damage. So if I need extra armored cars, we can always bring those in. Just leave the Aufklärer behind and then move forwards with the armored cars. Okay, good. The mortar fire killed off the snipers there. That's reloaded, so we'll go back and reload the Pak 40 again. And the 251-9 on this side. Yeah, I'm going to have this little squad of armoured cars move up and just stop that Pak 75 from going down too easy. Although the artillery will probably kill it off, but that's not the end of the world. It's just, I want to stop it getting surrendered. Keep moving, IG. Keep moving. And that artillery's coming in hot. I could put one of these up on the hill. We'll keep these both close to the Grenfeder so they have 3-star veterancy. That bunker being targeted. If that bunker's being targeted, I want to move the 231 away. Any artillery in range here? Okay, we'll let them do that attack and we'll bring them back to no poblets that can reload them. Only 3 minutes left though. Oh, one of my 259s died. Ah, damn. Just got arty to death. Just got arty to death. Okay, we'll move up the IG. Damn, they didn't like that, did they? We'll move this away because it looks like it might get hit by a stray shell. Wouldn't be good. Let's move this one, because if they're going to do that, very rare that they target armoured vehicles like that, so caught me off guard a little bit. You can see the 231s here doing a lot of damage. Keep this one on the ridge here with the other one. Oh yeah, let's get these Aufklärer unloaded. Push forwards with the 222s. The Starker DP can actually penetrate these with their PTRD, so we might lose one. Depends if they can get on target or not. Well, there we go. As soon as I say it, it happens, of course. Well, not bad. 1 minute left. We got this reloaded. Let's move it back out to engage. These 222s can easily run down these Avtos. Get a lot of damage in here. Oh, they're targeting these guys now. This artillery has been a bit of a pain, but hopefully we don't lose those units. That is a lot of Avtos. Do we have enough ammo to kill them all? That is the question. Oh, we're getting a lot of kills at least. Those 222s are actually doing fantastically well. I'm tempted to bring in even more, but there's only 4 seconds left. I guess we'll leave it as is. Armored cars. Absolutely obliterating the enemy there. 15 minutes, 48 seconds. Alright. 133 kills. We did lose a 251-9 and a 231 and a couple of mortars and the MG42s there, but that was acceptable losses, I think, for the amount of damage we did to their units. That was 32 squads of Avtos, 30 squads of Striker DP, 18 snipers, 10 Slauki. We killed a couple of their artillery guns as well, so that was really, really good. Oh, this is the difficult one. This is the difficult one. Right, are there aircraft still in position? Because I feel like this is something I could back up with aircraft, and we might be okay. There are 3 units coming in here, but it's going to be difficult. Let me just have a good look around. So I believe they move their aircraft in afterwards. I'm not even sure what aircraft I would bring. Let's see, we got a lot of choices. The Fokker Wolves would be great, because they would be able to deal with enemy aircraft as well. So I think the close support wing would be like the first choice. This one's also good, but we can't use them this turn. So that's a fighter wing. That's fighter group. It's recon group. That's recon group. That's fighter group. That's recon group. So these are the only ones that would really be ideal for this situation. We'll bring those in. There's definitely no AA up, is there? Just double E, triple E checking. You can see the AA there, but it's not set up. Because we broke down the AA net that was near Tiraspol previously. And there were some aircraft here, but I can't see them. So we'll bring in the 302nd Fusilier Battalion as well. Or should we bring in the 257th Pioneer Battalion? I feel like the Pioneers might be more useful in this kind of battle. Just because they have like close range capability. And so if things go a bit wrong, I can kind of play in the heavy cover more. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So I'm going to leave it here for this one. This is going to be a tough battle. We've already played a couple of battles today, so yeah, I'm going to leave it here. And I had to set up defenses for both of the other battles as well, so this is actually taking a lot longer than you guys could probably see in the episode. But yeah, that is it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. We'll play out this battle. Goodbye.